Hey everybody, your Heroscape channel here again, and as I said in my last video, I'd be showing you a few teams that I've seen in tournaments or that I've used. We got a 500 point army, 600, and it's either 700 or 750, I can't really remember. I don't have all the cards exact except for this one, because the 600 point, because it's one that I used. So, start out with the 500 point one. This guy used this team in a tournament not too long ago, and it seems, here, I gotta organize this real quick. It seems what he did was, he'd rush in with this guy right here first, Dund. He is a Dogan, unique hero, hunter, tricky, large 4 life, 6 move, 1 range, 3 attack, 5 defense, 110 points. His ability, Crippler, Gaze 15. Before moving, you may choose a figure within 5 clear sights of Dund. Roll a 20-sided die. If you get a 15 or higher, remove all order markers on the chosen figure, on the chosen figure's army card. Or if your opponent card has more than one common. Wait, hang on. Okay. So you'd roll your 20-sided die. If you got a 15 or higher, it would remove all the order markers on it. So he'd do that, run in with him. They'd have their order markers set up on somebody. He'd get his 15 or higher, spam attack him. If this guy died, he had Sergeant Drake Alexander, Thorgrim, Finn, and the Terran Viking Warriors. And what he'd do is, if this guy ended up dying, he'd send these two in, and he'd purposely make them die. He'd send them in first so they'd die, and he'd throw the Warrior Spirit onto the Terran Viking Warriors. In case you don't know what these guys' abilities are, but you probably do because they're in the first Master set. Finn has Attack Aura 1. All friendly figures adjacent to Finn with 1 range add 1 to the normal attack, and then when he dies, he adds 1 attack on to an army card with 1 range. So he'd throw it on his warriors. And then Thorgrim's the same thing, but with defense. They both got a 4 life, 5 move, 1 range, 3 attack, 4 defense. And then these guys are the same thing in their stats, except they only got 1 life because they are a pack. But there's 4 of them, so I guess they're kind of exactly like one of these guys. And then, if they ended up dying, it was just Sergeant Drake, and he placed first. He only ended up using Sergeant Drake once. So that was his pretty amazing team. Here's the Marro team that I placed 3rd in with a tournament. And I have 1 pack of Cell Dividers, 1 life, 5 move, 1 range, 3 attack, 3 defense, 50 points. Of course, they're Marro, Common Squad, Dividers, Wild, and Medium 4. So they got an ability called Cell Divide, and basically when one of my Marros is supposed to, or Marros, I'm not completely sure how to pronounce it, but when one of them were supposed to take damage, I'd roll a 20-sided die. If I got a 17 or higher, they wouldn't take any damage, and they can't be reborn by the Hive, but it's okay because I never ended up using it. Marro Warriors, pretty self-explanatory, because they got their Water Clone, 1 life, 6 move, 6 range, 2 attack, 3 defense, 50 points. They can reborn each other, like if one's dead and I have one standing on land, I roll the 20-sided die. If I get a 15 or higher, they're reborn. If that Marro Warrior's in the water and I get a 10 or higher, they're reborn. These guys. They're Hive Lord bonding, because I have a Torcuna in here. 1 range, 6 move, or 1 life, 6 move, 1 range, 2 attack, 2 defense for 30 points. They're smalls. Not 1, but 2 packs of Marro Stingers, and I'll explain why they're in there. But just give you a quick overview of their stats. 1 life, 5 move, 5 range, 3 attack, 3 defense, 60 points. Okay, so I had these Stingers in here because of this person right here. Tolbakra. Okay, unique hero, Overlord, terrifying, medium 5, 6 life, 5 move, 1 range, 4 attack, 4 defense for 130 points. it can teleport 10 spaces. It doesn't matter how high up, as long as it doesn't surpass 10 levels. Mind Blast, it's a range 3, attack of 3, and Terrarachna won't need clear line of sight. And then the main reason that the Marros or the Stingers were there is because the teleport reinforcements, when it takes a damage, for every damage it takes, I get to take one common squad Marro figure and place it adjacent to it. So I'd bring the Stingers because they were the strongest, and then I'd end up Stinger draining and attacking. And then, like I said, I got a Torcuna in here. So there's the Torcuna. And yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory because Torcuna is pretty powerful. And now onto the 700 or 750. It was a elf deck. And I already did an elf review. So there's Elderon, who teleports the elves. Solon from the second master set because he can heal and dragon swoop and that stuff. Savaris because he has amazing range. This girl with her fire special attack. This guy with his extra defense for every other elf. This guy allowing 2 elves to take a turn. A pack of Venog Vipers. Because, you know, the Venog Vipers, they're like one of my favorite cards. And then he had this person in there for filler because she's only 10 points. But she only has 1 life. But actually, she's pretty good if she's fighting somebody that's tricky because she'll get +4. She also has Phantom Walk, and if she attacks somebody that's wild, she gets +2. So, yeah, if you guys want a better review of the elves, I do have a video on it. It's like 10 minutes long, though. So yeah, okay, see ya.